Chris Payne has produced and Fredrik Gertten has directed a movie called Bikes versus Cars. Chris and I know each other from some of his previous work, the Who Killed the Electric Car, which is one of my super favorite documentaries that I think was an important consciousness-raising piece of work about the changes we need to make in our societies, as in our daily lives, each of us, in contributing to a better planet. And now we have a film that's a conversation about bicycles versus the automobile. As I hear it, I haven't seen the film yet because I haven't had time to, but just the subject sounded so intriguing. It's a journey through 4 cities, and how bicycles and that debate about bikes versus cars is playing out in those cities. Is that correct?
Yeah,
sort of?
Let's say, but we live in a time with a global crisis where the climate is going to hell, the planet's resources are going bad, and cities are going down because of traffic. So we need to change, and then the bicycle is an amazing tool to change. And you can see that coming all over the planet, that people are taking on the bike, not because they love the environment, because it's more efficient, it's more fun.
It's faster for a lot of times.
It's faster, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into this bicycle movement from different cities. Mm-hmm. I follow a young woman.
Where are you from?
I'm from Sweden.
Okay.
From a city where everybody rides a bike. It's called Malmö. It's just beside it.
Oh yeah, but that's a small town.
Yes, it's connected with the bridge to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
So, but for me, it's natural to be in a bike. It's not a political statement. I don't need a funny trousers to have a bike. I can just do it,
Yeah.
So
it's a fantastic technology, by the way. Just like it's like that's barely changed since they invented it. It's like 2 wheels and a steering handlebars. Pretty fantastic.
Yeah, they invented it at the same time as the car, actually.
We did?
The bike
you have to speak into this or they can't hear you, Chris.
Yeah, it's terrific. Bicycles are amazing technology. We always have a fight because...
brilliantly simple.
Brilliantly simple, so efficient, and you can go anywhere. Yeah. In fact, they have this idea about peak car, that we passed the point where the car is the fastest way to get around the city. And so
that's terrifying.
I know.
God.
I'm sorry to say, but the car is not delivering anymore.
Okay.
They're really cool cars, but you don't get anywhere. So you have to change, and the cities all over the planet are growing a lot. Mm-hmm. So if they want to grow with the same density of cars that today, all the cities will go down.
What's going on is there's actually like a battle going on in some cities, right, over the pro-car people and quite militant bicycle activists, right, in some cases.
Well, in this film is not putting up a lot of militancy, and it's reasonable people who want to have more livable cities.
Okay.
So it's not a conflict between motorists or bicyclists. It's a conflict between 2 different ways of building cities. Mm-hmm. And I think many cities now have to make up their mind. You can see here in Austin, they're also going to grow a lot, and they can see that a smart young city will be a city with more bikes. Mm-hmm. And I think that the winning cities all over the planet will be the cities that have bicycles and walking and public transport.
And shared bicycles, these sort of...
Absolutely. You can have
government-funded bicycles where you...
Yeah.
City bike or whatever.
There is some really good drama. For example, in Toronto, when Rob Ford was elected, the first thing he did was he erased all the bike lanes. And
wow.
It's because he was elected by the suburban voters, and they were mad about public transportation and bikes. So he had a cost of, 4 times what it cost him to paint the lanes, he removed them. Yeah.
But the story is that...
Are they back now? He's gone.
Yeah, no, they're not back yet. But the story is that people have the right to be frustrated because the city planning is kind of hijacked by the car industry. And we're also in the film telling the backstory.
Don't tell me I'm from Los Angeles.
And
that whole city.
We are telling the backstory of why LA looks like it does. And why the LA story example is being copy-pasted all over the planet. So this is also
which is a terrible way to plan a city.
It is, because you had the best public transport on the planet.
Yes.
And suddenly you have the worst.
They removed it.
And you don't get anywhere, And you have, we're talking about the Carmageddons and all these crazy things that happens. Mm-hmm. And they all send the same message. The traffic isn't working anymore. Mm-hmm. And you have to change as a city. Mm-hmm. And this is what we are following in this film. And it's quite a fun ride.
No pun intended.
Environmental films are sometimes a bit sad to make, because what's going on out there is not so fun. But the cool thing with this film is that we also have some optimism added, and that's the bicycle itself. You know, it's a revolutionary tool that can change cities.